I'm Abby Clausen at Advertising Age in New York, and this is part 2 of our About Digital report on the latest trends in viral marketing videos. In part 1, we spoke with Matt Cutler, a vice president at Visible Measures. That's a data firm that can now measure video audiences across the internet, much like Nielsen measures TV audiences. Today, we're still talking with Cutler, and the topic is what he thinks is one of the most effective online videos yet made by a marketer, a piece that may point the way for other online advertisers. It's a video for Samsung's HD camera phone. Let's watch it before we go any further.
So here it is, the new i8910 from Samsung with a built-in HD camera. Wow, look at that. There's my girlfriend. Give us a wave, Susie. Yeah, all right, that'll do. And there's me, new trousers. Really is pretty cool, isn't it? An HD camera in a mobile phone. Oh yeah, watch this. You ready? And the phone's gone. But here's the weird thing. It's still filming. See? And now the phone's back. So here's the challenge, YouTube. How do we do that? Oh, remember, you can watch it in HD now, so that might help. Did you see that, Suze?
Put it away.
Oh. All right, then.
After that video was uploaded onto YouTube and began spreading to other sites, Visible Measures gathered data detailing the number of viewers who saw it, as well as the dynamics of their interactive behavior.
The Samsung HD camera phone challenge is a very interesting narrative that we think is indicative of sort of modern brand building and advertising. It's almost a glimpse of the future. In that the product is a consumer electronic device, a camera phone, which happens to be able to shoot video in HD quality. And what they did was shoot a 1 minute and 43-second spot that was filmed entirely on the phone and is effectively an illusion. That it looks user-generated and has a series of effects that they state very clearly, we're not done with the computer, we're not done post-processing. And then they very directly challenge the audience, how do we do it? And what's interesting about this campaign is it never could have existed in any other medium. You couldn't do this in television. You couldn't really do it in traditional web. You have to watch the video in HD to figure out what's going on. And then the comment stream is everyone participating and discussing what they think the issues were, to the point that within just a couple of weeks it was viewed nearly 750,000 times. Now, we were able to track engagement data, what people actually did while they watched this clip. And according to our data, the average viewer watched over 1 minute and 50 seconds of a 1 minute and 43-second spot. So it proved highly engaging. People were rewinding, rewatching, trying to figure out what's going on. Then what they did is they issued a follow-on video that basically explained how they did the effect. So they said, here's what we did, here's how we showed it, and they showed basically the making of this illusion. And very wisely, Samsung incorporated comments from the original video that they produced. So they had specific usernames and specific comments and tied that to the creative. That drove an additional several 100,000 views. So this very interesting story that was really compellingly produced about a product that is very relevant to the online video environment, which was designed for social interaction. And while, of course, this isn't going to work for every class of campaign, it really does point to the new possibilities to tell a story in this medium and really showcase brand attributes along the way.
Do you see kind of the future of online storytelling involving not just video, which, I mean, everybody always talks about as a great storytelling channel, but also consumer interaction with that video and the marketer asking the consumer to help us tell a story?
Absolutely. We call it social video. And what we see increasingly is video as organizing principle for social interaction online. People like to watch video, and they like to talk about it and share it and get involved in it, to be honest. And to the extent that brands and brand advertisers are able to tap into that natural social tendency, they can get tremendous word-of-mouth spread of their campaigns. Now, to do so creates or necessitates a very different creative approach than might have existed on television, for instance. And what we're beginning to see today are these new narrative constructs, these new narrative formats that are designed with the social video web in mind, and which selectively take all the tricks on the shelf, whether that's HD or whether that be commenting or whether that be user submission or others, to help support the storytelling. So what we're finding, particularly in working with our agency partners, is a sense of liberation. Hey, there's all sorts of new tools, all sorts of new tricks, and the rules really haven't been written yet, as opposed to what amounts to a fairly standard format in 30-second television spots.
What's the effectiveness of online video? Because we see brands who have for years and decades used econometric modeling, understand exactly how this an X-sized buy on television impacts their bottom line. We don't yet have that information for online video. Are brands starting to connect online video traffic and views to actual business results, or is it still too early?
Without question. I think everyone's asking that question. Hey, online video, digital video is a great medium. People are clearly using it, but does it work, right? Which is a perfectly reasonable and, in fact, the right question to be asking. And without question, the clients we're working with are very focused on not just views or spread, but outcome and results. And while a lot of this stuff you can't really talk about quite yet, unfortunately, the marketing mix models are very much a part of it to say, is a view in online equal, better, or worse than a view in TV? Is a view of a brand syndicated clip equal, better, or worse than a socially syndicated clip? We've done some work for one of the major quick service restaurants, and in their marketing mix models, they ascribe greater value to a socially generated clip view than to one of themselves. They view it as more authentic if someone watches one of their spots as promoted by another user as opposed to promoted by that brand in particular. We're also seeing increasingly direct measurement. So depending on how video gets distributed, click-through activity and registration activity. And just today there's been some results that have been announced basically showing, it's DoubleClick in YouTube, showing that pure performance of video-based ads grossly outperforms not just static, but other interactive forms as well, other rich media forms. So the early results are clearly showing that online video is highly effective for driving change in behavior among consumers, but the seminal study has yet to be written, and we hope to be part of that when it does.
And that's it for this About Digital report. Thanks for being with us. I'm Abby Clausen at Advertising Age in New York.